What is going on, peeps? All right. Again, when it comes to Vietnam, it is not the same as Iraqi dinar. We are looking for something totally different. Just as I continue to research into Vietnam, this is definitely, besides Iraq, and I kid you not, Iraq and Vietnam, the more I read about them, the more impressed I am by them, the more I'm interested in their culture. They both look like great places to go visit. The huge difference is Vietnam does not have any ISIS people lopping people's heads off. So I'm hoping that by the time I get ready to go visit there, and it's not going to keep me from not visiting Iraq. I understand that it is dangerous, but I've seen plenty of videos with some real pasty white people visiting over there in Iraq. And why I say pasty white people, because if you're going to be a target of ISIS, my guess is that they're going to look for the whitest of the whitest people and assume they're Americans. So when I watched the video, I'm like, wow, these people are just walking around like it's no big deal. And a lot of these people went to go visit the Sumerian tombs, which is something I want to go do. The Sumerian ruins is what I should say. Vietnam, on the other hand, man, it continues to grow. And they have this one marketplace, not that you guys might not want to hear my boring story, but I can't help but say it. And that is this. There's this street where all this food is on there that they cook right there in front of you. And man, every damn dish looks good. And I'm the kind of person that will try to walk down each of those and try them all, despite how spicy the food might be. Anyways, let's get into Vietnam. Again, this is not what we're looking for. Is economical growth and expansion is what we are looking for. Just please remember at the end of the video to like and share and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. That whole disclaimer thing, look, I'm just realizing that I don't need to do it, but I just want to remind you that what you are hearing is my opinion and my opinion only. Okay, you guys? And it's based on the research that I do, and I just share it with you. And it's up to you what you do from there, okay? I do have a group with the same name as my YouTube channel. So on Facebook, you can come join us. There will be a link in the description. It's free to join. And here we talk about everything from the Vietnam dong to the Iraqi dinar, cryptocurrencies, gold, silver, the whole nine yards. Please come and join. Also, the other group that I'm finding that you guys seem to like a lot, and it's growing really quick, and that is the hidden things in front of your eyes. There will be a link for this group as well. This is a conspiracy political group, okay? So if you're into the 9/11, false flags, false school shootings, chemtrails, this is where you want to go. But it is a little politically driven, so you got to have some tough skin when you get in here. Just respect one another. But again, this is more about Pimpy's Investment Chat. So let's get into what's going on in Vietnam. This I find very interesting. I am a gold and silver collector. Okay, so this blows my mind. Gold prices soar in the market in Vietnam. Check this out, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, so domestic gold prices soared to surpass 49 million. That's $2,100 per ounce. Am I reading that now? Is that right? Oh, pour 1.2 ounces this morning when the gold price of yellow metal climbed to a multi-year high. So 1.2 ounces. Okay, my bad. When I first saw this, I was like, what's this? $2,100 per ounce? Because let me show you why. Our gold here is only $17.38 per ounce. And I thought, why the hell is Vietnam paying so much more for gold? You see where I'm getting this from? You just buy a lot of gold in America and take your butt over to Vietnam and sell it. Okay, that's what I was thinking. But nonetheless, on the morning of the 18th, the Saigon Gold and Jewelry Company listed each towel of SJC gold at 48.67 million VND, buying, selling. Okay, so, and the selling was at 49.15. An increase of 450,000 compared to this rate last week. Well, even so, that's a pretty big jump. Okay, so what does this mean for us? At the same time, the gold price grew sharply in the recent 4 sessions. Currently, the spot gold prices is at $17.59, where it is per ounce, while the price of gold delivered in June rose to $17.68 per ounce. Look, I've been telling you guys need to go back and watch my stock watch videos, because I do talk about that in there. My Nacera on gold and silver as well, because I do go over what you need to do, and that this is going to be one of the largest transformations of wealth. The transferring of wealth. And if you're in the right place at the right time, you can get on that bandwagon and make some big puppies. All right, you guys, listen to me. Gold and silver. Right now, I've already got the most I need for Vietnam Dong, the most I need for Iraqi dinars. What I'm doing right now is stacking up gold and silver as much as possible. And what I've been doing is running around my house and finding things that I don't need no more, or I don't ever use in the first place. You know what I'm talking about, when you bought that treadmill and it's been sitting there for a year and a half, and it's a great place to hang your clothes that you want to dry, and it has collected a lot of dust. But the truth of the matter is, you could get some money, and what you could do with that money is invest in cryptocurrencies or gold and silver, and have that money come back to you that you just wasted on that fat machine. All right, so anyways, gold is going up, but it's going up everywhere around the world, including here in the United States. All right, you guys, so this, just so you can see that, silver is the one that I'm high on right now, and it is up there. So since the beginning, or I should say the end of 2019, man, we've seen some pretty good jumps in gold and silver price. Okay, so what else is going on in Vietnam? Well, their energy firms are driving the VN market. What does that mean? Strong gains of oil futures. And it's just like in Iraq, the same thing. They're seeing, and here's something about Vietnam that people don't talk about. They have oil. They sell oil. People don't talk about it that much. So strong gains in oil futures on Monday helped boost the Vietnam stock market after a 3-day decline. The bench VN index of Hoi Choi Minh Stock Exchange was up 1.21% at the end for 837.01 point. So that's where they are. I remember when I was talking about this, probably was about their stock, and I remember how they were jumping up and down, that they had reached like 731. Look where they are right now. They're at 837. That's big. Okay, and it continued to rise. We're coming out of the Rona quarantine, you guys. All right, so as we come out of the quarantine, Vietnam, I'm expecting a little bit of a boom for 2020, and then for the next 5 to 10 years. So Vietnam is no secret to anybody that that is my long-term horse right here. All right, so the benchmark had fallen to nearly at 1% in the previous 3 days, but the index has dropped. The stock exchange dropped 0.45% to close at 108.45. So that one is more like our, what do you call that? Our NASDAQ is what that is. Okay, so anyways, look, Vietnam again, they're starting to recoup a little bit. But this is funny because on the Iraq video I just did, they talked about the WTI oil and the Brent futures. Look at this. Soars 8.87%, 6.22% respectively, and oil up above $34. So they are keeping an eye over there on a WTI. If you don't know what that is, go watch my stock watch videos, because if you'd have jumped on that little booger when it was down to where I first told you about it, you would be smiling big right now if you had a lot of money to invest in it. Vietnam's energy and mining sector index gains nearly 2%. Okay, so good. This is what we're looking for. This is what I'm talking about. We are not here in the United States, even as we come out of quarantine. Look, I'm anticipating, with all the money that we've been pumping out to cover everything, and the fact that Trump is using the Federal Reserve to buy up a lot of debt, I think he has a purpose of tanking it and then restarting with a whole new payment system. That's another story. Go watch my Necera Jacera videos for that. Okay, so look at this. Post-tax profits is expected to increase by 18 to 32% on the year. That's not too shabby. I'll take it. All right, you guys. So it's looking pretty good so far. Let's see what else is going on. Now, I don't know about you, but if the Vietnam wants to be another little Vegas, I'll take it just so I can go overseas and play. The Vietnam Association of Foreign Investment Enterprises has suggested the development of casino services as a means of economical recovery and documented submitted to the government. Hey, wow, I'm for that. See, they gamble over there, but the kind of gambling that they do, you got to watch the deer hunter. It's not my style of gambling. I don't want to put one bullet and play Russian roulette. Although it's a good moneymaker, the odds of you coming out of there alive is pretty scary. This is a different type of gambling, all right? Casino, I'm aging myself. If you've never seen the movie The Deer Hunter, trust me when I tell you this, go and watch it. It is a classic. Of course, it has the great Christopher Walken in there, man. Christopher Walken, I don't care what you say, but that guy just is great. He has a way of popping up in movies, and his lines are always funny. But anyways, he's in that movie. Go watch The Deer Hunter. Casino tables and gambling machines are currently in operation in 43 hotels and resorts around Vietnam, with the size of the market doubling since the legal framework on casinos operates were issued. Okay, so since operations were issued and they're doubling, yeah, why not? People want to travel. They don't mind doing a little gambling. Everybody wants to make a little more cheddar. I'll take it. The casino sector, however, has yet to meet its social economic potential, according to the VAFIE president. What do you mean? That's because you got to get more Americans over there. Offer some deals. We'll fly out there, especially if you got a good club scene, all right? In the eyes of investors, Vietnam's boast huge potentials of casinos, given its population of nearly 100 million and rising incomes. What's that say? And rising incomes. This is what happens when you have a good economy. This is what happens when we have a great economy. So for those of you like me who are holding on to the currency, the Vietnam dong, the rate will change. But long term, this is what I'm also looking at. Vietnamese people spend more than 3 billion USD a year on lotteries and 1 billion USD on gambling overseas. Well, bring that crap right back over to Vietnam. Man, I'll invest in that. So anyways, look, it looks like they want to bring more gambling over there. That's fine with me, but if they keep messing with China, I would say that's a pretty big gamble. Okay? All right. Vietnam holds advantages as investors look beyond China experts. We talked about this a billion times. Vietnam is only one of a handful of countries, including Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Philippines, you name it. These people are all benefiting from the Trump-China trade war, not to mention the now over 120 countries that are teaming up with Trump to push for an investigation, and they're wanting war reparations from China for sicking the Rona on all of us, and they're going to get it. Trust me, you want Trump to be at the head of that snake. All right. On May the 3rd, the Japanese government said it would spend, and we talked about this, $2.2 billion in the country's economical stimulus package to help firms shift productions out of China. We know this. They're not the only ones. Italy, Spain, South Korea, and Japan are all making this move, including the United States. Okay, so the Economics Times reported India has reached out with 1,000 U.S. firms seeking relocation from China. Well, come on over. Come on over. This is what happens when you sick the Rona on people and lie about it. Okay, so look, we know about this jet throw. We talked about this. This is a similar article. It talks about Japan wanting it. That's a real smiley looking fella there. Is he smiling because of what? He's moving out of China. That's why, because he doesn't want the Rona. He's like, I'm smiling because I don't want the Rona. I'm smiling because I'm going to Vietnam. I don't want the Rona. I don't have the Rona. Do you guys got the Rona? I don't got the Rona. This guy's like, I don't have the Rona neither. Pimpy, I don't want the Rona. So I'm happy that I'm moving out of China and into Vietnam because they don't hardly have the Rona. All right, you guys. So anyway, this article talks about that. That's what's going on. It's the same thing as the other article from the other day. Similar to it is what I mean by that. And that is, look, people are pissed at China. They are pulling out of China and they are spreading the love. Not that type of love, but I'm talking about the kind of love that's kumbaya, where we put our arms around each other and hug each other. There's nothing wrong with that kind of love. There is no STDs with hugging. No STDs. No Rona. If you got the Rona, don't join our kumbaya hug. Go quarantine yourself. All right, you guys. So that's it for right now for Vietnam. It's looking really good. That's what we want. That's what we want to hear. And what? When Apple comes to Vietnam and the FDI flows start moving. Apple going to Vietnam. Told you they were going. All right, you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.